more stuff to work with, and different quality, different openings. So we are black. Timisoara.
This one's horrible. This is a horrible game.
Timisoara is a Romanian name of a formerly Hungarian town, without wanting to trigger political debates, called Temesvár. Vár means castle in Hungarian. So that was one of the many castles that the Hungarians built when the Ottoman invasion started coming up toward west from what is now known to be Turkey. E5, oh boy. What? What is happening, man?
I don't know. I don't know, but I somehow lose this still.
Oh boy. Okay, why are we not going E4? I know a chess coach who constantly keeps on telling his students when a developed knight can be kicked.
Kick it.
Yeah. Very annoying guy, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like after 95, you have got about 700 moves that are really good. You can go queen b6, you can go queen c7, you can go queen d5, which is one of my favorites. Because then after take the bishop is on, it can't go back to c4. I mean, obviously it's a bit annoying that it's glued to this, but if you're really constant, you can just defend it, and then queen will go to g5 eventually, and we are looking great. Yeah, anything really. Yeah. So
yeah,
e4 was definitely a goal. The other move that I wouldn't mind seeing here, not so much because of the break of the pin, but because of this effect, is block with the bishop. Now e4 is pending, yeah, and if they defend it, then you can do this, and I don't think that this is capturable because of g2 is loose. And if that's not capturable, then you are up a pawn, you are up 2 bishops, game is over. So this I find a little bit lackluster. Yeah, now bishop d7 fixes it. Good. Good. e4, please. Derek, how did we not win this game in like 5 more moves? I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, good. Yeah, I guess. What am I watching? Wow. I mean, kudos to your opponent, by the way, because the style they are playing is nothing short of, well, it's terrible, but at the same time impressive. Alright? Now, I love queen e5. I really do. That's the move I would have played if I had only 5 seconds to think. But generally speaking, I pick decent candidates. Now, I thought the idea was queen f5 and trade of queens, no?
That was originally the idea. I pivoted, and I shouldn't have.
But why, oh why, I beg you to tell me, sir?
Well, it doesn't force the trade of queens.
Well, what do they do exactly?
Right? The same thing they did in the game, which was run to f7.
Hold on. Am I missing something, or bishop e8 traps the queen?
Okay, never mind on that.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek, this is not even if I don't trap it, I have got like knight d5 forcing the trade.
Yeah.
That was like, once again, this is a topic, or rather a phenomenon that keeps on haunting us, that you play an outstanding move with an outstanding idea, and then we divert. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that this is bad, by the way. There's absolutely no reason that this would be the cause of your loss. But the inconsistency is there, and it's hurting you. Like queen f5, and if queen g3, you have queen g4 for starters to insist on the queen trade. I mean, this is literally resignation, because after check king c7, you just solved all your problems. You're piece up. Yeah, it's almost embarrassing to discuss this position, right? And by the way, the only meaningful way to stop the mate is f3, which after all allows the queen trade. So I don't know if you calculated this deeply enough or not at all. Oh boy, 3.5.
Yeah.
Now that still begs the question of whether you were calculating this for 3 or this and this half. Because I think this must have been dismissed way too soon in a very rushed fashion, because I mean that's not a move.
No.
So
I was looking at some of the lines you were. I didn't go as far with like that queen d4 check.
But you didn't need to, Derek. I mean, you can safely call this off.
Yeah.
Because the objective was not merely to trade queens. The objective was to resolve the problem of your awkward king, and that's done.
Yeah.
So for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Okay. Yeah, that is a bit pesky. But I don't really see why this could be a major issue for us. Okay, what would be the most effective way to bring this home? Yeah, it's a little bit trickier now. We went king c7, rook e1, queen d4.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting pick there. I thought that we would go here to sort of cover this, cover the queen's exit, cover that, cover the check, not stumble into any tempo move with the next rook coming in. I mean, granted, after rook e6, actually, we pinned ourselves. And you need to here look out for tactical ideas like queen h5, rook f6. So there are things now to be genuinely, you know, aware of or concerned about. That being said, I think g5 followed by rook here is a super dirty threat.
Yeah.
Alright? That does look delicious. I do find queen d4 extremely odd. Like, whoa. Yeah, I really don't know why you put it here. Did you want to score a tempo on the bishop, or was it the hope of hitting f2, or...
There's the bishop. I was thinking of moves like knight g4 after that.
But isn't it very naive, though, in the sense that we are scoring a tempo on the bishop, but the same bishop is going to counter-score a tempo on the queen either way?
Yes.
So,
yeah,
yeah, this was very sloppy, and yeah, this definitely didn't meet the criteria. The first thing that I would like to draw your attention to, which is just storytelling, but it's useful storytelling, is that given that they have a dark squared bishop, to put your queen on a dark square should already raise alarm bells right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, you should stay off so that this queen, which is, by the way, a crucial defender at the moment because your army is so poorly coordinated, it's safe. It's out of harm's way, and it's covering a lot of important squares. Right, like queen d4, you literally walked into 3 moves, of which at least 2 I had intended to play anyway. Like, you're forcing me to play good moves is never what you want to do. And now, it is becoming quite dicey. Yeah, now we got to a semi-decent square with a tempo down. Yeah, I feel like you're forcing it again. So now this is going to be on. I would have come back here and pursued this plan. That queen on f5, man, is like such a robust defender. It's a really, really delicious defender there. Because now you have got further defending to do. And whoa, this is a deadly one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mate threat. So, yeah, queen h5 was, yeah, very, very hope chessy is what I would call this. Yeah, so see, again, now your queen went from very bad to a different kind of very bad. Because now we had to shut it out entirely from the defense. I think we are in very severe trouble here, Derek. I don't see what we do against bishop c3 here. Was that played? Yeah. What?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Very quickly.
Yeah, that was not pretty. You are right. It's like, yeah, this was more or less the point where I think we lost the thread by not playing a super winning queen f5. And then we trail off the trodden path and the plan. And he too, I think this queen f5 idea would have definitely done the damage with the subsequent g5 and then rook here. Actually, yeah. This move, Derek, is a heap better than king c7. I just realized it now. I went with king c7 because it seemed natural to dodge the d file, but I just realized that queen f5 is an insta win because now knight d5 is completely unstoppable. Like, let's say rook. Well,
okay, there you have
maybe
you have right?
maybe rook d1, knight d5, take. Let's say bishop, I don't know, back. And now we are losing the knight back, which is a bit ugly. So, although I do think we are winning here, just for the record. Yeah, so e6, c4, bishop d6 takes e5. This is completely winning, actually. This is not my optimal way, by the way, to somehow liquidate into a winning position from here, but I would say that we missed one opportunity already with queen f5, so then I guess it's fair enough. And by the way, that required them to find rook d1. I mean, probably bishop e3 would come to some similar effect, I would say. Knight d5, take rook here, e6, here, and push past, and again, same story, completely winning.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was just ugly.
Yeah, but you need these games, Derek, because this is a very good test for your defensive skills when you know that you are winning, but you are under pressure. The opponent is annoying. Their playstyle is super annoying. This is one of the worst psychological battles in chess when you know you are winning, but boy, is it hard to find it.
Yeah.
And it's all about cheap tactical tricks, but there are an abundance of them. And you need to find your way. It's a beautiful challenge, and it's good to embrace it. Because inevitably you will come across these wannabe tals who will chuck the kitchen sink at you. It's totally unsound. But if you don't navigate it, then you are going to go down in a very spectacular fashion.
Yeah, I have to prove it.
Yeah. And once again, it's a similar story to the pawn push followed by going after the mate story. He too, you embarked on the correct plan and then you threw in a new one. Yeah, was suboptimal. Okay, next. Another black. Okay. Whoa. Alright. C4.
Yeah, C4 was odd. Like, I went back and checked my course here. And I'm playing book. I wasn't sure of it, but I was playing.
Oh, you got definitely book here.
But C4 was not. Yeah.
I didn't think C4 was book. I guess it would be knight C3. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. C4 looks very strange here. Yeah, bishop G7 is great. Oh boy. Wow. Look, I don't know what the best move is, but I feel provoked. And when I feel provoked, I tend to unleash. What do you think I'm thinking?
E5?
Close.
D5.
Bingo. The reason why I didn't think of E5 is because then after the check D5, ED6 en passant is killing us. Which is why I wanted to start with D5. If now they do not take, almost against every legal move, my next move is e5, including bishop e2, right? So bishop e2, e5, queen e5, rook e8, bishop a6, on your bike, game over. Yeah? If they do take, then I accomplished my goal, which was to open this up. Because in my head, Derek, as soon as they did this and this, that's two moves brutally violating the concept of development. So right now, if they play knight c3, then we are on par. Yeah, now black is pulling ahead. Right? It's 2 versus none. And the queen is eyeing a very awkward discovery, which is a potential another queen move white will have to make. Yeah, so development-wise, things are really, really going away from white. And so when they play this, still not developing, still doing bugger all, that's a red flag in my nose, man, in front of my nose. And I'm like, nah, you can't play chess like this with back rank fest. Now, the flip side of this coin is that on amateur level chess, people would look at it with black going like, woo, my king is weak and bishop c4 is threatened. And they would do something utterly passive and meaningless. But the story is here the polar opposite. It's that this king is the one that is in trouble. And the apparent lack of development means that I want to strike. Now, I don't know if I'm doing it right, but this appears to me to be best because bishop c4 admittedly is inconvenient to face if we don't play d5. So in some ways, I would argue that we are forced to find this. Because now after take bishop c4 d5, once again, I'm announcing on your bike. It's game over. Now, what did we play? We played that. Yeah. So, where I'm going with this, Derek, and I want to check if I'm right, but I'm nearly certain I am, is that I feel like we are lacking again a little bit of that vicious aggression of, you know, wanting to punish out. Look at that. Old man still has it, baby. d5. Now, kudos to you. Second best is your move. But I would prefer not to talk value here, but concepts. I don't think when you played knight d5, you had in your vision the fact that you had superior development and you wanted to expose this. Whereas in my head, man, I am looking for knockout. I want to kill this guy. Next 5 moves. You here had a fight in your head like this is going to be a tough battle. I still have problems to solve. Yada, yada, yada. My head is that you're gone, man. You're gone. I'm after you and you're not getting out of this alive. There's no fight here. It's only me punching. That's my mentality here and I want you to have that. But in order to have this, you needed to see these 2 moves as utter garbage. Right? And in the interim, we develop beautifully. And by the way, it's an asset that we have the king here because it's going to allow the check. And so the pieces of the puzzle come into play so beautifully. Okay, 95. Now, I knew that they were going to blunder, by the way, because this still puts on pressure. And people on this level, they crumble under pressure. So I guess only move is queen c4 here, right? To stay in the range of the check. Because after queen d1, just check queen c5 wins, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm curious what you would have done after queen c4. I know what I would do, I think. Actually, I like this. I like this a lot. What would you do, Derek? Take your time. You done yet?
Almost. There are a few reroutings I like. I like queen c7 to move to go to e5.
Okay. I don't like that at all, but
fair.
But that's okay. I will tell you why. Go on.
Okay. a5 is something else I'm looking at.
I do like that. I do like that. A lot.
Because the next natural move would be the bishop on f1 moving to castle, and that sort of
precisely. Besides, your c8 bishop looks garbo anyway, right? That needs some sort of solution. Okay, what else? There's one more move that I think makes a lot of sense to consider here as a candidate. And I want to hear it.
Rook b8.
Bingo, baby. That's where my eyes went first. Rook b8. Now, I don't know if this is best. In fact, I would be surprised if it were. But I really like the idea of putting pressure here. And more importantly, throwing in Rook b4. Yeah, I just, once again, what it feels like is that we are bringing in new and new and new dudes. And they don't do anything but moving the queen awkwardly around the board like their life depended on it. And what's really delicious is that almost every move we have played came with threats. I mean, I really wouldn't want to take b2 next, but if they force my hand, I would. I would rather build it with Rook b4 and then, I don't know, Queen a5, whatever comes out next. But yeah, the gist is that we definitely want to build on this existing development lead. Okay, they went Queen d1. Okay, this looks like they just folded completely. My God, what am I watching? Okay, next game. Yeah. It was very interesting. I really want you to revisit this idea, Derek. Maybe after the lesson and see how beautifully this fits the bill. I'm really obsessed with my own idea, in case you can't tell. I'm very pleased. All right, next. Next, and for that I think we are going to start yet another recording. So let me call